Hello again. Now the main stories in London. The parents of a student imprisoned in Crete, accused of murder, have visited him for the last time before he goes on trial. Miles Lichmore Dunbar from Catford was charged with the murder of Tyrell Matthews Burton following a fight between a group of British tourists outside a bar in the holiday resort of Malia last summer. He claims that he was further up the road at the time of the attack, and his parents say they are looking forward to presenting their defence.
You know, a mixture of feelings. You know, on the one hand, intense relief, because we're finally here after 15 months. I remember speaking to you in October last year and really thinking it'll be over soon. And we've had to wait so long. So we're excited because we get a chance to say, this is all the evidence and we know it's not Mars. Here you are.
The British Heart Foundation says that nearly 3/4 of people in London would not feel confident performing CPR. The charity is warning that a lack of skills could cost lives, and it's urging schools, community groups and businesses to offer training. The cost of dying in London has soared to £10,500. Those figures include expenses such as probate, headstones and flowers, as well as the funeral itself, and it's being seen as the biggest increase in 6 years. Families are being urged to plan more for death to help avoid those growing costs. Now, a new drama begins on ITV tonight, based on the events of the Great Fire of London in 1666. It'll unfold over 4 consecutive days, the time that it took for the fire to destroy nearly half of the city. It tells the stories of all of those involved in the circumstances leading up to the fire, including King Charles II, the baker, Thomas Farinya, and the diarist, of course, Samuel Pepys.
Pepys went to the king and, he had the ear of the king and he informed him that the best way to combat this blaze would be to pull the houses down. So that actually happened. He was able to do that, and we see that in the drama. And, he documented his life over 10 years.
Now, let's have a look at the weather with Amanda Houston.
The seasons make our soups. New Covent Garden Soup sponsors the ITV London weekday weather.
Hello again. So the weather over the next few days is staying unsettled, but it is going to be feeling rather warm for the time of year. A bit like this afternoon, we could potentially hit highs of 19 or 20 degrees. But with that heat, it could generate a few showers. If you do catch one of these, they could be heavy and slow moving. But as I say, some dry and bright spells in between. Now tonight, it is going downhill once again. We've got some cloud creeping its way across us, some showery outbreaks of rain. Potentially, we could see up to 15 millimetres of rainfall. There may be some rumbles of thunder, but it will be mild with temperatures staying above 13 degrees.
New Covent Garden Soup sponsors the ITV London weekday weather.
Now, snow on the lines, yes. Leaves on the line, yes. What about tomatoes? Here's what passengers were faced with in part of Essex, a tomato plant growing on the tracks. And they were horrified after finding out how it got there. Well, you can find out for yourselves by going to our website at our usual address, itv.com, London. But that's it for now. We are back at 6 o'clock. Until then, a very good afternoon to you.